Welcome back to Wander and Invest, where we explore the world and ways to build wealth, achieve financial freedom, and empower your credit journey. Today, we're diving deep into the step-by-step process of repairing your credit. If you've struggled with errors, collections, or negative items, this video is for you. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone working to fix their credit, and save this video. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is based on personal experience and research. Everyone's financial situation is unique, so consult a professional advisor for personalized advice. Credit repair requires patience, persistence, and discipline. In this video, we're diving into the second step of our journey, repairing your credit. You'll learn how to freeze your credit, identify and dispute errors on your credit report, avoid common pitfalls during the process, and tackle collections or charge-offs using powerful tools like the Uniform Commercial Code, Black's Law Dictionary, and your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, let's get into the main content. We'll cover everything you need to know in detail, so stay tuned. Your credit score is like a compass. It guides financial institutions to decide if they'll approve you for loans, credit cards, or even rentals. If your credit is damaged, it's like trying to navigate with a broken compass. But the good news is, you can fix it. Repairing your credit not only boosts your score, but also saves you money in interest rates and opens doors to new opportunities, like starting a business or buying a home. Uniform Commercial Code, or UCC, governs commercial transactions like loans and debts. Specific provisions, like UCC Section 9-210, which is the request for accounting, and UCC Section 9-617, the rights of transferee, allow you to demand proof of ownership and the legality of debts reported on your credit. Black's Law Dictionary is a reference that provides definitions of legal terms like validation of debt and fraudulent misrepresentation, which can really strengthen your dispute arguments. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA, ensures your credit report is accurate and gives you the right to dispute errors. Credit bureaus have 30 days to investigate disputes or remove incorrect items. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, enforces consumer protection laws. You can escalate unresolved disputes to them for further investigation. These laws and resources empower you to challenge inaccuracies and hold credit bureaus and debt collectors accountable. Freezing your credit reports prevents unauthorized access by third parties, creditors, or collectors. It gives you control over your credit profile during disputes and stops new negative information from being added. Contact each bureau individually. 1. Experian. Experian.com/freeze or call 1-888-839-73742. 2. Equifax. Equifax.com/personal/credit freeze or call 1-800-349-9960. 3. TransUnion. TransUnion.com/credit freeze or call 1-888-8909-8872. When you freeze your credit, you'll receive a PIN or password. Keep it secure. It's needed to lift the freeze when necessary. Freeze your reports immediately and wait 7 to 10 days before initiating disputes. Knowing what's on your credit report is a must. Head to annualcreditreport.com to get a free copy of your credit report from the 3 major bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Once you have it, go through each report carefully. Identify errors like incorrect personal information, accounts you don't recognize, duplicate accounts, incorrect balances, outdated negative items, or accounts marked delinquent when they're not. Next, gather supporting documents like payment receipts or statements to prove the error. If you find an error, don't panic. You have the right to dispute it with the credit bureau that reported it. File a dispute online through the Bureau's website or send a letter by mail. Be clear and concise. State what's wrong and include the evidence. Note that the Bureau typically has 30 days to investigate and respond. If they can't verify the information, it must be removed from your report. Here's a sample dispute. Letter using UCC and Black's Law. Subject dispute of inaccurate information. Under UCC and FCRA. Dear Credit Bureau, I am writing to dispute the following inaccurate information on my credit report. Account, name, number. Under UCC Section 9-210, I request proof of debt ownership and a full accounting of this account. Additionally, per Black's Law Dictionary, validation of debt requires proof of the debt's origin and legitimacy. Specifically, I am requesting 1. The original signed contract or promissory note with a wet ink signature. 2. A full accounting of the debt, including principal, interest, and fees. 3. Documentation of ownership transfer if applicable, under UCC Section 9-617. If you are unable to validate this information within 30 days as required by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, this account must be removed from my credit report. Sincerely, your name. Using Credit Karma. A step-by-step guide. Step 1. Log into your Credit Karma account, or create one if you don't already have one. Step 2. Navigate to the Dispute and Error section under the Credit Report tab. Step 3. Locate the account or item you want to dispute. Click on the account, and you'll see an option to dispute it. Step 4. Select the reason for the dispute. Options typically include incorrect balance, account not mine, or paid, but not updated. Step 5. Upload any supporting documentation, like receipts, statements, or settlement letters, directly through the app or website. Step 6. Submit your dispute and monitor its status through Credit Karma's updates. Credit Karma simplifies the process, but it connects directly to the Credit Bureau. Be sure to have your documentation ready before starting. Using Experian's online dispute portal, a step-by-step guide. Step 1. Visit Experian's dispute page at experian.com disputes. Log in or create an account. Step 2. Access your Experian credit report for free through the portal. Step 3. Identify the account or item you want to dispute and select it. Step 4. Choose the dispute reason from a drop-down menu. Experian offers options like account not mine or inaccurate payment history. Step 5. Upload supporting documentation directly to the portal. Experian allows attachments such as PDF statements or screenshots. Step 6. Submit your dispute and check back within 30 days for a resolution. Why online disputes are effective. Platforms like Credit Karma and Experian are user-friendly and allow you to dispute errors quickly without mailing letters. Online disputes are often processed more quickly than disputes sent by mail. Both platforms provide status updates so you can track your dispute's progress. Here's a real-life example. Alex found 3 errors on his credit report: a duplicated account, an incorrect balance, and an old collection that was already paid. He froze his credit profile and disputed all 3 errors and had them removed within 60 days. His credit score jumped by 50 points, giving him the confidence to start paying off his remaining debts. Collections and charge-offs can hurt your credit, but they can be challenged if they're not properly validated. Debt collectors must prove they own the debt they are attempting to collect. Many cannot provide adequate documentation, which may lead to its removal. If you have accounts in collections or charge-offs, don't ignore them. Here's how you can handle them. Step 1. Contact the collection agency and try to negotiate a settlement or payment plan. You might be able to pay less than the full amount owed. Only agree to payments you can afford. Step 2. Get everything in writing before making a payment to ensure the debt is marked as paid or settled on your report. Step 3. Negotiate pay-for-delete agreements in writing if you acknowledge the debt. Step 4. Never admit to the debt before validation. It could restart the statute of limitations. Step 5. Never ever give direct access to your bank account. Here's a sample letter to debt collectors. Subject validation request under UCC and FCRA. Dear debt collector, I am disputing your claim for the following account. Account name number. Under UCC section 9210, I am requesting validation of this debt. Please provide 1. The original signed contract, wet ink. 2. Documentation of ownership transfer, per UCC section 9617. 3. Full accounting of the debt, including all fees and interest. If you cannot validate this debt, I request that you cease reporting it to credit bureaus immediately. Any further attempts to collect will be considered a violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. Sincerely, your name. Here's a real-life example. Sarah had $5,000 in collections. After requesting validation, 2 accounts were removed. She negotiated pay-for-delete agreements for the rest, boosting her score by 70 points. Missing deadlines or follow-ups. One of the biggest mistakes people make is submitting a dispute or validation request and then not following up. If the credit bureau or debt collector doesn't respond within the required 30 days, you may lose the opportunity to escalate the dispute. Mark deadlines on your calendar and set reminders to follow up on unresolved disputes. Admitting to the debt. Never admit ownership of a debt before it's validated. Acknowledging a debt in writing or verbally can restart the statute of limitations, which allows collectors to sue you for repayment. Always request validation first. Only negotiate or pay debts that have been properly verified. Ignoring the statute of limitations. Each state has a statute of limitations that limits how long a debt collector can legally sue you for unpaid debt. Paying on a debt past its expiration can reset the clock and make it collectible again. Check the statute of limitations in your state before taking action on older debts. Neglecting to document everything. Always keep copies of dispute letters, validation requests, and responses from credit bureaus or collectors. If issues escalate, these documents serve as evidence. Create a folder, physical or digital, to store all credit repair correspondence, including receipts, emails, and dispute confirmations. Overlooking errors in personal information. Many people focus solely on account errors, but forget to correct personal information like wrong addresses or misspelled names. These inaccuracies can link you to accounts that aren't yours. Review and update personal details on all 3 credit reports when disputing errors. Disputing legitimate debts. Disputing accurate debts can backfire and delay your credit repair progress. If the debt is valid and you can afford to pay, focus on negotiating terms or settling it instead of disputing. Only dispute items you believe are genuinely incorrect or unverifiable. Ignoring credit monitoring. After disputes. Even after disputes are resolved, errors can reappear if the creditor resubmits incorrect information. Sign up for free credit monitoring services like Credit Karma or Experian to catch inaccuracies as soon as they occur. Taking out new credit. Applying for new credit while in the middle of repairing your credit can hurt your score by adding hard inquiries and increasing your debt load. Wait until your credit repair process is complete before applying for new credit cards or loans. Overlooking freezing your credit. Not freezing your credit before disputing errors can leave your profile vulnerable to unauthorized inquiries or fraud. Always freeze your credit reports before starting the repair process for added security. Falling for credit repair scams. Be cautious of companies promising to erase legitimate debts or guarantee results. Many of these are scams that could leave you worse off. If you choose to use a credit repair service, research their reputation and ensure they comply with the Credit Repair Organizations Act, CRA. When to escalate to the CFPB. If disputes are ignored or unresolved after 30 days, submit a complaint at consumerfinance.gov. Follow up on disputes. Temporarily lift your credit freeze if the Bureau or CFPB needs access to your profile during investigations. Clearing the path to financial freedom. Once you've addressed errors and outstanding debts, you've cleared the path for a fresh financial start. In our next video, we'll talk about how to build credit from scratch or after repairing it. Think of it as building a stronger foundation for your financial future. As we wrap up, remember that taking control of your credit is a journey worth embarking on. Each step you take brings you closer to financial freedom. So, stay committed, stay informed, and stay empowered. Today, we explored how to freeze your credit, identify and dispute errors on your credit report, avoid common pitfalls during credit repair, and address collections or charge-offs using tools like the Uniform Commercial Code, Black's Law Dictionary, and federal consumer protections. These strategies are powerful resources to help you take control of your credit and pave the way to financial freedom. Start today by freezing your credit reports and reviewing them for errors. Share your progress or questions in the comments. We're here to support you. If you found this video helpful, like it, share it with someone working to fix their credit, and subscribe to Wander and Invest. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more financial freedom strategies.